Yeah, I thought you might like a little bird's eye view here of the town of Williston, North Dakota. It will be the last town in North Dakota, and we'll be going into Montana. However, we will be stopping at a historical site that's still in North Dakota, and the second one straddles North Dakota and Montana. So Williston is an Amtrak station town. I believe that's what we have here in front of us. Or to the right.
This is BNSF.
That's BNSF over there, and it's closed gate.
Drop off and pick up.
I cannot believe this. If you're just new to this video, this series, we're following the Empire Builder on Amtrak. And just about every station we've run into is having all of this work done.
Under, it has the sign.
And it's part of the bipartisan infrastructure bill that was passed through. Yeah, so it's
President Joe Biden's
bipartisan infrastructure bill. So, I don't know. Should I try to go through?
Yeah, the passengers and stuff are able to.
Maybe I'll make a quick tour. Oh, got a cool train. And then we'll go through downtown Williston. I got some data for you and a funny story, which I told on our first vlog series, was it 3 years ago, about an experience downtown. So, all right. Okay, so like I said, we're following the Empire Builder, which was formed, so that says Northern Pacific Railway there, but it was formed by the Great Northern Railway initially, and it's called the Empire Builder because of James Hill, the president of Great Northern Railway. Yeah, he built the Empire Builder from St. Paul, Minnesota, all the way to the Pacific Northwest. And Amtrak now runs the Empire Builder all the way to Chicago. So the Amtrak station's down here. I'm gonna go in and take a look. Yeah, so Williston itself is about 29,000 people, but it doubled between 2010 and 2020 because of primarily the oil boom. And I know, like, initially back in the early 2000s, they had so many people coming in to work the oil fields, but they didn't have any housing for them. So like we saw in Wheelock, you know, different towns around here, people were squatting in houses. You know, they had trailers in various towns. So a lot of the towns that had like nobody in them or very few people all of a sudden had an influx of transient, I guess you would say, dwellers in the town. So let's go in and take a look. All right. Not particularly wonderful, but got somebody in the station window there. We have another waiting room down here. There's a lot of people down. There's no reason to go in. That's just seating. To be honest with you, it kind of stinks in here too. Oh, can't go out. It's interesting. Okay. Well, I guess people waiting for the train. I'm not sure if it's come through. So when's the train supposed to come through?
I'm supposed to leave at 12. So
at 12?
15 minutes.
Oh, okay. Cool. So apparently the train is supposed to come by in about 15 minutes. Yeah, I just wanted to get a shot of the station here. It's just amazing all these stations we've been to that have had all this work being done on them. I don't know what's going on with the windows here. Let's see what it says here. It says one of them's on. That says both trains are on time. Okay. Well, all right, we have an Amtrak train come into the station here. Like I said, this is the apparently the new engine. I can't tell if it has a second engine on it or not. Well, it does, but it's not the old one. I don't know what that is. Actually, it looks like one of the new ones as well. Maybe from a different route that they put on this one with the red front. They sometimes mark the trains different for the different routes. We got the conductor here, baggage person. Okay. Well, Carol got one last night, and we got one coming into the station today. Well, that was cool. It's just interesting that all the trains we've seen before, they have the new engine on the front, and they've had the old engines. That one had two new engines, painted slightly differently around the cowling, which is interesting. Like I said, maybe different routes. They sometimes, have to use what they have to use. So, all right, we're gonna drive downtown Williston. All right, I don't even know if I finished my thought, and I apologize. I was talking at one point about, being on Amtrak and following in James Hill. And this town, I did say, I said that it almost doubled in size to 29,000 between 2010 and 2020. And the town Williston, it's named James Hill, the guy that was the president of the Great Northern. It was one of his buddies, I guess, that they named.
Willis was the middle name.
Yeah, Willis was the middle name.
Oh, there's one of those fire hydrants with the sticks sticking out of it.
She always points them out when we're passing them. She had mentioned that yesterday.
I interrupt you.
That a lot of these towns, they have these fire hydrants and they have a 5-foot rod sticking up out of them, just so you can find them in the snow.
I think it's so the snowplows don't run over them.
Yeah, probably. Or after the snow plows, they can find and dig them out.
Yeah, it's true.
Anyway, the story I had about Williston, which was a crack up, I had come in 2009. I'd come to downtown to photograph, some of the buildings that were down here, and there was no cars on the street or anything. It was, early evening. It wasn't the sunset or anything yet. So I parked my truck along the way, and I was out photographing for a while, probably theaters and stuff. That's generally what I look to photograph. And I'm walking back to the car. And this little guy comes up to me and, "Is that your truck down there?" And I said, "Yeah." And he goes, "You didn't do a very good parking job. You parked in my parking spot." And I said, "Well, I'm sorry." I said, when I came down here, I said there was nobody on the street, so I didn't even think about it. And he goes, "That's my parking spot. That was a crummy parking job," And he I think he wanted to go to blows. And I don't think this is the main downtown area. It's got all the old stores like J.C. Penney's though. Got the old newspaper. Yeah. All right. But anyway,
was your spot marked for some business or something, or
no,
just his?
And the crazy, he was going to the bar up the street, and the crazy thing is that the whole street behind my truck was, except for his truck, was empty. It's like, what's the deal? All right, we're still gonna look around. For
anybody could have parked anywhere.
Hold it, yeah. I mean, it could have parked anywhere. I don't even, It was.
Sounds like he'd already been to the bar.
Yeah, really.
Or hopefully it mellows him out when he does go.
Gotta wonder. All right, I'm gonna turn this off until we can maybe find the downtown or not. I don't know. Well, apparently we went through the old downtown. I just stopped and asked a woman about it. Can you believe it? I asked directions.
Of a woman.
From a woman.
Hey, you're not like that.
I know. But Carol saw this on the street, the Statue of Liberty carving. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Very well done. Gorgeous. I don't know if that's one person bought. All right. We're going to be off to our historic sites and probably show you a little bit of the area. We're going to go through kind of a rustic area, and I have some aerial photographs. I did between here and Poplar, Montana, we did an aerial flight for Amtrak in 2005 with a crop duster guy. Boy, was that a fun ride. Was in a Cessna, but he's a crop. I swear he turned the plane 360 on its wing. I mean, just tilted up. And I said, "Oh, can you go back over there?" But all right, we're gonna head and get on our route and go on to these historic sites. Yeah, so going here back behind Route 2. And the train travels back to this area. It's absolutely gorgeous. Hopefully Carol's getting some good video of the hillsides over here. And back, I know in 2005, and I don't know if I did it in 2009, the road back here was dirt. It wasn't paved at all. So I'm not sure if we just haven't reached the dirt portion of it or what, but it's absolutely gorgeous back here. The train's right next to us now, but it does go out through, I don't know if there's a river out there. There's an awful lot of trees.
Missouri River.
Oh, it's the Missouri River. Okay. So it goes away from the highway out here at some point. And I'll be flashing some photographs, some aerial photographs I did of this area here so that you can get an idea. So enjoy. We're on our way to Fort Buford, which is in North Dakota, and it is actually closed. It closes after Labor Day, and we're what are we, September 11th now?
12th.
And but there is something really interesting there. I thought anyway. All right, so the sign there, we will be going by the confluence of the Missouri and the Yellowstone River. I forgot the Yellowstone River came out this far. We're going to be along the Missouri River quite a bit from here on out, as well as the Milk River. And at some point, those two come together, and I'm not really sure where. We may find out. All right. We'll see you at Fort Buford. We're very, very close. All right, so we're here at Fort Buford, and you can see here that it only goes from Memorial Day to Labor Day that it's open. The adjutant's office, not much reason to go walking over there. It's not open. And interesting, the boardwalks here, so, you know, I would assume that these were not here or necessary, but maybe this ground gets a little swampy or something. They are very warped. So the telegraph office was a single wood frame building measuring 36 by 17 feet. If you want to read it. I'm not going to stay long. All right. And then down here. Okay. So yeah, you can see all these different, here we are, Buford, Stevenson, Abraham Lincoln, Rice, Yates. Oh, Devil's Lake, Fort Totten. We were in Devil's Lake just a day or two ago, I can't remember. And of course, there's always the obligatory cannon. So this is a very interesting Sitting Bull surrendered here. And they taught him the Hunk Papa leader Sitting Bull. And it is Sitting Bull, a famous Sitting Bull. So if you're reading this, hope you stopped it. Yeah, this young son Crowfoot and Major David Brotherton. But yeah, call him the Hunk Papa leader rather than the Sioux leader. Huh, that's interesting. And it's starting to drizzle. Like I said, these cameras are not waterproof. All right, go back to the car and hopefully we can get out to what I actually came here to show you. All right, so one of the things I wanted to show you guys is the way they marked these. So this guy, he was murdered on December 13th, 1878. Corporal, right? So they do have this guy drowned 1878, typhoid in 1878, Bright's disease, that's interesting. I don't even know what Bright's disease is, 1878. Now these are all soldiers. And let's see here. Yeah, well this is a citizen who was murdered. And I had noticed a lot of soldiers before had been murdered. But when you get to the Native Americans, they were killed. Going Eagle, Mandan Chief, 1870, he was killed. Of course, this one says that a citizen killed by an Indian, didn't say murdered. But I think they've changed some of these because it was a lot more prevalent. I'm disappointed because it was much...
They've moved all the Indians.
Oh, here we go.
Created.
This guy was killed by Indians, it says. Maybe they were over here, all the ones that I remember. Several of these say killed by Indians here. It's interesting. I think they've changed it because it was really very noticeable that they would show the Americans and such were all murdered, but the Native Americans were killed. Oh well, you have to trust me. I don't know if I have any photographs of that, but all right, yeah, they've changed it, I know. Okay. Wasn't quite as impactful as I was hoping it would be. We're gonna head to the next historic site. And good Lord, I hope it stops raining. All right.